Authorities in the Dominican Republic say that a series of American deaths in the country are not a mystery. The statement follows rising safety concerns for travelers vacationing in the area. Since last year, at least 12 Americans have died in the country, 4 in 2018 and 8 this year. Autopsies found some of the deaths were caused by respiratory failure and fluid in the lungs. Consumer travel expert Liana Corwin joins us now with more on this story. So, Liana, how have these deaths impacted tourism to the country? Can they see a difference?
So, tourism is a huge part of the country's economy. Last year it represented over 17%. So it's very important to them, to ensure that tourism is safe and a healthy option for all. Right now, what we're seeing is that there haven't been any significant changes to demand for flights to the Dominican Republic. However, it still has been a short space of time, so it'll be something that we'll continue to track.
So if you're planning a trip to this area, what should you focus on? What should you be concerned about when it comes to safety?
Definitely make sure that where you're staying is in a safe area, somewhere other travelers have been before and have recommended. There are many options out there when you're planning your trip to read reviews of previous travelers. You can call the to ask questions, and then about security, how often the front desk is manned, things like that you might not think of in advance but will realize once you get there. And then also consider trip insurance. Many trip insurance options will cover you in the case of any medical emergencies. At Hopper, what we see is that we have a very high amount of people actually purchasing trip insurance, and it's only a small cost that you add to your trip, but can save you in these kind of emergency situations.
And the number of deaths that we're seeing and we're hearing about more and more, isn't this really unusual for a popular destination like the Dominican Republic?
You would think that it is unusual. However, the State Department issued a statement the other day that said that they haven't actually seen any major uptick in deaths in the Dominican Republic. I think what we're seeing is that these incidents happened kind of close together, and so it seems like more of a pattern. However, officials from the Dominican Republic and the United States have both said that these are not necessarily more unusual than in years past. They just happen to have fallen closer together, which of course will raise concerns for people who are planning their trips. Right.
Yeah, no, certainly. And what kind of precautionary steps could travelers take if you're going to foreign countries, not just the Dominican Republic, but you want to protect yourself, you want to not get sick? Are there any precautions you can take based on what we've learned from these deaths?
Yes, absolutely. I think the number one thing to do is to do your homework. Any country that you're going to, obviously you need to research on your own, but also consider the State Department website. They issue travel advisories for every country, ranging from levels 1, which is exercise normal caution, to level 4, don't go at all, essentially. And so it's really important to understand what level of precaution they're recommending. And then also you can, on their website, they tell you where the nearest embassy is, what the emergency numbers are that U.S. citizens can take advantage of if they are in any of these circumstances in the future. So it really helps to be prepared.
All right, Liana Corwin, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.